This is the first of a series of videos that I'm going to make that help you to learn how to use your sewing machine. So in order to start sewing with a machine, there are a few things you should have. A sewing machine, of course. That will come with a foot pedal. I usually put the foot pedal on this pad that has kind of a rough surface here. That keeps the pedal from slipping away. So that goes on the floor. And then when we plug this in, I'll put it on the floor on top of that. But some other things that you might want to have are a good scissors that's only used for cutting fabric. If you cut cardboard and paper and all kinds of stuff, it won't cut fabric good, and you need that. So this is spring action scissors that it saves your hands a little bit if you have to cut a lot. Otherwise, just regular scissors. Or these are called pinking shears. They cut a zigzag edge on fabric, which is good if you have fabric that ravels a lot. Another thing that you should have is a lint roller, because there'll be little strings that'll get all over the place and it's easy just to scoop them up like that. You should also have an ironing board, can be just a little one like this, and an iron. If you don't have one of those, you can buy just one of these little mini pressers. You know, for right now, that would be good. You also will need some thread and some bobbins that go to your machine. And some things that I find very, very helpful are a seam gauge. This is a little ruler that's 6 inches. It has this gauge that you can move up and down. And most seams that you make, they'll tell you how wide they want them to be. Most of them are 5/8 of an inch. But then you move this along the fabric and you can mark pins and you can see exactly where you need to sew. Another thing that you'll need is a seam ripper, because everybody has to undo stuff at certain times. There's also a tape measure and a little scissors, which is good for cutting small threads off, the ends of threads, things like that. So those are some things that you will need, and I'm going to now show you how to turn the machine on. So the plug that comes with the machine has 2 ends. One goes into the wall. That one's pretty self-explanatory. The other one looks like this, and it goes into the machine. So I usually plug the machine in first. You have to push pretty hard on this machine. And then you want to put your foot pedal on the ground on that pad I showed you. And then you're going to plug the other end into the wall. And then it's ready to go. You turn it on right here, and you can tell that it's on because the little light will come on underneath.